Yo, what's up everyone? It's Fortenox here, back with another video. Today guys, I'm back at it again with part 2 to my Behind the Beat series on how I make my music. Today we're going through the process of my song Lucid Dreams. Finally I found the FLP. I was kind of looking for this project file all day and I finally found it. So just like the last video, we're going to be walking through this project. I'm going to be showing you guys how it's done. Tomorrow me and Wired are going to show you how we made Runaway, and we're just going to go from there. So yeah, today guys, this is Lucid Dreams. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys how I accomplished this track. Let's get right into it. First things first, we're going to talk about the drums. First of all, for this one I actually used the drum loop for the intro part here. I just thought this drum loop sounded cool, so I just used it. And then we have a bass right here, very simple saw bass with a lot of sidechain on it, and then the signature big snare. And then I have these lead stabs right here as well, which are playing a huge part in the intro. Just a nice fat lead sound. And then we have this right here, which is a part of this. Actually, no, it's not. It's a different thing. Then we have a riser. It takes a minute to actually be heard. It happens in about this part right here. And then this part is a little, like, I don't even know what this is called. Oh, yeah, it's a tom. Just got a ton of glitch on it, so with the drums it sounds like this. And then of course we have our effects. We have the signature crash and the signature this thing. So yeah, that's how that was done. And then I have a little snare roll right here. It works really well in the song. So this is like a swoosh of white noise. Shout out to the 4evs for sending me these samples. They sound really cool. This is actually meant to be a collab, but it never ended up happening because he kind of didn't want to do the collab. I don't think I meant to put that there. Yeah, and then this is the deep vocal right here. I really like it. It sounds sick. Funny story about how the song was made, just kind of before I continue. This song, I actually came up with it in my dream. Like I was listening to some EDM music and then the song just came to my head and I was like, that's a sick idea. So immediately when I woke up, I actually remembered the entire melody. So I humped the melody into my phone and that's how this track happened basically. It took so long to recreate the melody, but I eventually did it. That's that thing again. This is a top loop. Just to add some more click to this. So it's got a ton of energy to it. Here's the one of the leads. Just has a ton of like EQ taken off of it. But it fills up in the drop. And then yeah, that's basically it for the intro. So here's how everything sounds together. Yeah, then we have a fill right here that I kind of forgot about. It's a very basic fill. This is just the bass. It's just a basic saw bass. Then we go into the intro. The intro is very simple. It's just a piano and a snap. Then we have some drums, the bass, and then this is actually the build-up. Believe it or not, this is where the build-up starts right here. So this compiles of it sounds like it's drop claps, but this is actually the build-up snare right here. And it's just going up in pitch. And I cut it for 2 bars there before the drop. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the click sound again. And then I have some chords. I just exported these as stems. So yeah, that's what those sound like. So altogether, the build-up sounds like this. Very simple, not a lot going on. And then we have the vocal. So let's break this part down. It's very simple. We just have a riser. We have a fill. And we have the one of the leads. And then we have just the vocal. And also a kick drum. With quite a bit of bass on it. Yeah, that's basically it. Now we're going to talk about the drop, because I feel like that's a lot of what you guys are here for. The drop is the most important part, obviously. Okay, so obviously we have the drums. They're cut off in the first part just to give it that groove, you know, when the drop hits, right? Like it doesn't have that kick at the first bar, right? And honestly, I liked that, so I kept it. I did that with the second drop as well, which we'll get to the second drop. But yeah, so basically this drop consists of a few bass layers and some lead layers. The bass is very simple. We already went through the drums. That's the vocal. That's the what is this actually? Oh, that's just a pluck sound. My signature pluck. It's from Citrus, if you guys are wondering. So yeah, that's that pluck sound. It's got reverb on it and all that cool stuff. This is one of the lead layers. Sounds a little weird on its own, but it sounds good in the song. This is another lead layer. Just a snare. Oh yeah, and then we also have this man screaming, because I just thought it sounded cool in the song. I don't know. Maybe it does sound cool. I don't know, but it gave it some nice tension. Maybe I'm just a psycho. I don't know. Yeah. And it's only using that first bit. And then we have this one as well. This is the click lead, or the tom. I'm just gonna call it the tom because that's what it is. It's just a tom on a high octave. And then we have our effects. Oh, I accidentally deleted that. And then we have our white noise and all that stuff. And that's basically it for the drop. I didn't really go super crazy with this one like I did with Oblivious, but it's simplistic and it's cool. And then right after the drop, we have the fill again, and then we have a sub drop here. Here's how the sub drop sounds. So it's very quiet. It's just there in the background to give the bass some whoosh, you know, right after the drop. Just for some stereo shit, you know. Then we have a reverse crash going into the breakdown. And these are just chopped up chords from this thing right here. Except they have more repetition. They don't go down like the other one does. There's no side chain here because I just didn't think it was necessary. We also have some stuff going on here. So yeah, we have a clap and then we have the snare rolls. And a kick drum. So very simple. There's like literally nothing going on here. The bass kicks in on the second part. Then we have a beat. We have these claps from the Jonas Dayton sample pack. Kick drum. A snare roll. And then our bass. And the chords. And also our effects. And that's basically it for the breakdown. In terms of mixing, it's actually very simple. I almost forgot to mention anything about the mixing. So let's take it back a notch. Let's go back to the bass, or the lead layers real quick. Let's figure out what lead layers these are on. So on 1 and 3. So for this layer, let's solo this. It just has kickstart, pretty parametric EQ, and it has sausage fattener and a little bit of reverb, a small amount. Oh yeah, there's also this the second layer here too, in the second part of the drop. Did I not mix this layer? I don't think I did. I think all I did was give it volume. I think that was it. Okay, yeah, that's alright. But yeah, it still sounds good. Yeah, I didn't really need any mixing. I don't think that's why I did that. At least it didn't need mixing for me. I was happy with it. Anywho, so yeah, those are some effects that we have. And then for the second bass layer, we just have kickstart and EQ on it. That's basically it. I went pretty simplistic with this. Yeah, I'm sorry if I say basically a lot. It's a habit that I need to get out of. It's not anything. It's not bass pun, I promise. All right, so let's go to the second drop because this part is pretty interesting. All right, so let's break this down. So this is obviously what I like to do in a lot of my songs is what's called a fake drop. So it's where you have the build up and you think that the bass is going to drop, but it doesn't. It throws you off and then it goes into the drop, which adds a lot of tension, and it also adds a lot of energy to your song. So if you're doing like hardcore EDM, I highly recommend doing a fake drop. And why you want to do this is because it's so unexpected. You think the bass is gonna drop, but it's like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like it just goes right into it. I sounded like an idiot there, but you get the idea. So here's what's going on here. It's just the bass layer, or I keep saying bass, but it's a lead. And then we have the bass going like this. So yeah. Also, what's going on here is we have these little perks, and they are just panning from ear to ear, so they're going like back and forth and back and forth. You get the idea? So yeah, there's just 3 of them. So the reason why they pan is to give it that stereo image, so that it sounds really full, and it makes good use of the left and right, so not everything is in mono here. So yeah, that's what's going on here. We have that, and then we also have a funny little Windows error sound effect. I just thought that sounded cool in the song, so I decided to use it. I just found it off YouTube, downloaded it, and that's where that came from. So I just thought it sounded neat. So oh yeah, and then we also have like a glitch effect here right before that happens. So yeah, this is what it sounds like all together. Kind of gives it the idea that there's like an error going on, but there's not. And it goes right back into it. We still have the man screaming. I don't even know if it's pitched in key properly. Most likely not. This is the main vocal. Yeah, not much has changed from the second drop, but we do have an intro. They do have the same. Sorry, we do have the same intro in the outro. Is what I meant to say. So yeah, this song is a lot more simple than Oblivious, because that song had a lot of stuff to explain. Yeah, we have a love filter just automating the just automating this. Yep, and then we have that. Goes right into the drop. And this is something that you don't really expect to be the build up. This sounds like a breakdown, right? But a lot of EDM songs do this. They make the breakdown, or they make the build up seem like it's a breakdown, but it turns out that it's actually a break. It turns out that it's actually a build up. And a good example of this is All Around the World by R3hab. If you guys haven't heard that song, yeah, you should look it up. But yeah, that's a good example of that. You think it's a breakdown, but it turns out to be the actual build up, and then there's just a short snare fill at the end. But yeah, that's kind of what this is, sorta. But yeah, it's kind of where that idea came from. Anyway, guys, that's about it for Lucid Dreams. Like I said before in the last video, if you guys have any questions about anything that I mentioned in today's video, please let me know down in the comments. I always love reading them, and I will always help you guys out and show you what you need to know. So just ask any questions if you have any. You can ask them in the live chat because this video is premiering currently. So if you guys have any questions, drop them in the premiere chat. I'll wait. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in episode 3 where we go through my song Runaway. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Happy beat making.